Now, thank you very much, Chief. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game one time between Liquid and OG. And yeah, let's have a look. Carry Omni-Knight. So talk to me about this. It's something that some teams are definitely coming up with, but not the majority of them. Some people aren't doing this at all. What's good about it? Why is this the thing to do?
I mean,
in a game like this?
It lanes pretty well, or it should lane pretty well, right? Against the Axe, against the Wind Ranger. On top of it all, you help your team a lot. Like, having all your heals and so on with a lineup that wants to run in, right? You've got the Pango who already wants to go in. You have, I don't know, for some reason, Jenkins called him Mikasa on the Bristleback. You know, you help him go in. And it just looks good. I think Nightfall is the one that did it the other day, and he had a banger of an Omni game.
Okay. Well, let's see what Shaq can do with it. I'm coming in. That's Liquid.
Little rune fight.
Yeah, I'm not going to be heading down there. Just with the 2 for 2 on the bounties. And as I say, we did have quite some dunking going on the other day from Saberlight on the Axe, so he's going to be feeling pretty good getting that again this series and this game one. So definitely got to look towards to see if they can sort of cause issues for him early on. So in terms of the Omni-Knight, is it what in the laning stage, is that where you're already able to put good pressure on? You know, how much does this hero offer for the lane?
Quite a lot. This hero's a very formidable laner, like both with the heal and the hammer. Especially, I mean, Axe Wind Ranger is a strong lane. We saw it yesterday already, but I think OG should be quite happy in his top lane. But I am looking at Saberlight and Nisha to have good games, because at the end of the day, Axe is a very much pure damage hero with your counter helix. So you will still be able to go through all of the Omni-Knight spells.
And in the mid lane, Nisha, you know, that last pick this draft, not too surprising, getting the Storm in after the other options were taken away. All in all, amount of kind of instant control and catch they have for the Storm isn't that great, right? So
it's really not.
It's
like
good. It's a good Storm game.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, it's big reason for the last pick, right? It also gives you some follow-up damage into the Storm. It gives the support Wind Ranger hero to play with as well. Well, OG are starting to struggle a little bit when it comes to this top lane, at least by the looks of it. They don't have an easy camp yet, and Saberlight seems to have good lane control.
Boxy keeping both of them pretty low here.
Yep.
Just with this constant harassment that they're not at the moment able to match OG. On bottom, Daze will grab themselves a courier. And of course, you know, very tough really for OG to put pressure onto so bad, and one of the reasons why we do see it picked up as such.
Bottom lane should be quite chill, I would say, for both teams. Like, OG have a good lane against the Warlock. You can decide to split it with the Tusk and just leave your Bristle alone anyway. Warlock doesn't pressure all too much.
No, it definitely feels like top lane's the one where we might get some kills going on.
Yeah.
Boxy, still got the Wind Runner at the ready, also a Fairy Fire if necessary. Saw this from him the other day, pushing the hero to his limits quite nicely in the way he sort of harasses the two of them when he's playing this position for Wind Ranger.
Still very good lane control up top for Liquid. Kidaro did get a pull off. In the meantime, mid. Also, both of them should be very happy until like maybe the first rune. And then it really starts swinging one way or the other.
And Kidaro, he's going to fall pretty low here with this Battle Hunger on him. Really having to just grind through the regen that they've got. See bottom lane, they get the shards in. He's healing up with the Shadow Word, but yeah, not enough heals at this point of the game to outdo that damage. So OG find themselves that kill.
Oh, very good first blood for them. I mean, Warlock's just not able to do much against. You get caught by the Tusk, you've got Bristle running at you with the Quills and the Snot, you just drop.
Well, it's a good call from Saberlight.
Yeah.
Power Shot's going to be off the mark, though. The Shout will be fine, but still, yeah, both of them so low on this top lane, and now Kadara's in trouble. Battle Hunger and the Blood Grenade comes in. He'll go down. Shat might be in trouble as well. The Power Shot comes through. Shat, he'll fall. The TP's coming in. Can Daze at least punish them? We'll get Saberlight. He's going to try and look for Boxy as well. He's got the snowball to close in. Shards are at the ready on top of it. He'll grab him, drag him back here. A couple more right clicks. Daze gets the cleanup. Very good CP from Daze to at least make make sure that OG gets something out of the fact that those two go down.
Very nice counterplay, because in the meantime, Mixa, he should be A-okay. We've talked about the weaknesses of Warlock, and, well, this is one of them. Doesn't really punish an outnumber scenario. Liquid did annoy Stormstormer in the mid lane, though, as Nisha grabs the top rune and Toby went to deny the bottom water rune.
Yes, so far in the mid, they're very close between the two of them.
Yeah.
A little bit of an edge on the denies here for Nisha, but Stormstormer very close behind.
Daze is still around the mid area, looking for pressure onto Nisha also.
Nisha has got another remnant to lay down in the one charges. And can't dive any more here, OG. Stormstormer and Daze having to pull back. Pass over some regen here to Nisha. So he can stick around and, in fact, maybe make an aggressive play. Comes in with the Vortex. Top lane, Kadaro. Into the trees. Another Battle Hunger will do it. Yeah. Kadaro will go down. Shad's going to try and find the trade. We'll get him here with the Purification as he takes down Saberlight. Back in the mid, Nisha was able to finish off Stormstormer.
Oh, all right. Well, I think Shad was quite happy with the turn kill up top. I'm not quite sure what happened in mid, where Stormstormer went down to those two. To the pre-6 Storm, but good job from Liquid making that happen.
It seemed like he just sort of stuck around on pretty low HP on the Pango. We did see earlier before he switched up top that he was getting dragged back in. Yeah. Very low health.
That does mean that Nisha hit 6 way earlier than Stormstormer. Let's see if Stormstormer can get the roll up before the active rune. I don't think he'll be able to. So that's quite a big deal.
They're going to bring Boxy over towards the power runes as well. Something to be said here for Kadaro. Top. Saberlight very close to hitting the level 5. We'll see around the runes. Nisha jumps in. He's able to pick up the arcane and get out. Grabs the rune.
That's about one of the best 2 runes you can ask for as a Storm. It's also nice of him to hold it at the moment. We'll see if he ends up going to base. As he then want to TP out with the arcane, make an aggressive move. Pango will be up and available now.
And top lane Boxy's going to make his way back up. Let's see if they can start getting aggressive again with him and Saberlight. Saberlight ready to start grabbing waves. He's got 3 points in the spin now, so set to farm. Bottom continues to be pretty much just a trade and farm here between the two of them. They're going to try and go on to Mickey here before he hits the 6 with this rotation of Stormer. But as soon as some TPs come in, they kind of get cold feet, OG. They want to go out and back away. They don't want to try and fight with Nisha turning up on the Storm.
That's a good... I don't know if they quite saw the TP from Nisha, but they got out really early. So just baiting out the TP and going straight back to the mid lane.
Yeah, will at least mean that neither team's in sort of position to try and contest the Shrine of Wisdom. He might get punished for dragging the creep waves. He's going to go for the TP out, and in fact, well, there's not, at this point, of course, nothing else to stop that. So gets away with that deep aggressive farming.
That's actually quite nice to force all these heroes on you. I mean, it's also good from OG, of course, to force Saberlight away. Next time around, won't be so lucky. Then there should be a level of Ice Path on Kidaro.
Yeah, super close start so far from the two of them here, OG and Liquid.
Nisha is looking, but looks like Mixa did drop a scan right on his head.
Looking back over towards the mid, coming up for the 8-minute power rune. That's going to be for Nisha again.
He's rolling some good runes. Arcane into the region. Still no roll available for Stormstormer.
Not quite getting the connections there.
Nope, not really.
Even if they did,
not at all.
Probably wasn't going to be a chance at a kill. Did have the backup of Kadaro. Saberlight residing to the jungle for a little bit. This is going to give continued space for Shad. Top net worth at the moment here from the Omni Knight. So Shad, with things set up so far, should be on track for good Radiance timing this game.
I mean, this does hurt Saberlight quite a lot. Not being able to cut is really what you want to do. And now he's being pressured on the tier 1. Has to be very careful.
If Daze can get the angle, just thinking about it, it's a little risky now. Potential TP backups coming in, and indeed Toby's turned up. The heal on a Saberlight. OG, they have to back away now. Mass TP's coming in from Liquid. Nisha's able to grab Shatter off to the side. Shatter's got any way out of this. The calls caught him. The four of them on Liquid trying to take Shad down. Shad will be able to bring Saberlight down on the way out. So all things said and done, you know, not the worst case there for OG. He gets something.
Yeah, honestly, they're quite happy with that. Look at this. Mid tower going down to half. Mixer chilling bottom. So many TPs and you'd still kill the offlaner. Yeah, sure. I mean, he's still top net worth. As if Shad cares. Just going to respawn TP straight up top. All good in the hood.
At bottom. At the moment, Mickey continues to sort of just live his life down there without any interruptions from OG.
Yep.
So he's also going to be on track for the good rate. So top lane, the 6 has been hit. They'll drop the golem onto Shad and Kadara, taking a lot of damage here with the bonds as well.
Oh.
Dunks a little early, but they still get the kill done. Kadara falls, and Shad's got to keep running.
I mean, they know he doesn't have TP, because of course he did TP back into the lane.
Oh, they've got Cork. Can he get in range? He can. Able to grab him with the taunt. Power shot hit. Shad's going to try and fight back and look to try and get out of there a second time, but he knows he can't do it. He has to keep just running, but they'll chase him out. Shad's dead again.
Okay, now it matters.
That's big kills for Liquid top.
Now the first death actually matters. As Kidaro does TP back up top.
Oh, it's a risky TP.
Yeah, I don't think he can do much here.
Yeah, he can't show himself.
Luckily, Badlanger's on.
They're going to see him. That's a TP gone wrong there, Kezu. You don't want to be up there.
Absolutely not. All right, brothers, time to chill a bit. Stormstorm are going to push that mid tower with the siege, getting closer to the defusal. But yeah, these last 1 to 2 minutes, definitely not ideal for OG.
Yeah, good stuff from Liquid. Solid timing there for them to push for that fight as Toby hits the 6, has the golem ready to go. May have just caught OG off guard.
Nisha is going to have to chill a little bit. The arcane into the region, into the amplify damage. See if OG can go camp some runes. With the Soul Ring into the travels.
Yeah, we've seen this build sometimes on the Storm. Are you a fan of this sort of build? Like, what sort of situation sort of calls for you as a Storm to get away with going for the bots first?
I'm honestly not quite sure yet, because this to me seems like a build that you really have to play and try, and I have not played this build on this patch. I've seen it more and more, especially from Kiyotaka. He was the first one, so I mean there must be something to it. Maybe it's like all the mobility going around, you go to base, you come back up. They figured something out that I'm not aware of.
Blink Dagger done on Saberlight. So he's ready to go. Going for the Blink first this game. No Vanguard, no Blade Mail. All about the jump, all about the catch early. Prioritizing the Blink, as you can see, much more than the other times we've seen. Hence the 3 minutes and 30 faster than the average. Normally see, as I said, the Blade Mail or the Vanguard first, but yeah, straight Blink this time.
I mean, I have to say it again, they were really shutting down Saberlight a lot, but then what happened over the course of 2 minutes really injected a lot of gold into him. Stormstormer. He's gonna be gripped.
Gonna have the setup. Saberlight's got the follow-up with that Blink. They've got the catch. Have they got the kill, though? They haven't. Shad comes in, able to buff Stormstormer up, and now as they look to chase down potential kills themselves, they might just get them. Saberlight will fall.
I mean, he's just
and now Anisha did a beautiful angle there with the Rolling Thunder. And Stormstormer and Shad clutching that up. Shad coming in, enabling Stormstormer to turn that around and set up for 2 massive kills.
Yeah, this is a huge overplay. Just not respecting the Omni Knight. Shad just TPs in, gets the repel off, gets the purification off.
I mean, both teams are going to have their Radiances at pretty similar timings by looks of it. You know, Shad's 3k gold into Relic. We've got Mickey's just picked up his Relic.
Yep.
So both are going to have Radiance online pretty close times.
We will have to see. When it comes to a straight-up 5-on-5, I do feel like OG should be a little bit stronger. Sure, you have the Golem on Liquid, but like this whole Omni, Pango roll, Bristle, I think it's not super easy for Liquid to fight. I would say Liquid want more skirmishes. Mickey. That's a lot of damage.
He's got the borrowed time in the ready.
Shards.
That's a good shards, really sort of holding him away from backing off. The Golem's ready to drop, though. Toby comes in, slams it down onto the 2 of them. Shackles won't quite latch. Power shot off the mark, but Mixer is escaped, cut off by Saberlight, coming in with the dunk. Got to be a little more aware now, Phil OG, of these Golems being available. Yeah. I have to keep track of that timing, because so far the 2 chaotic offerings from Toby have hit them pretty hard.
Yeah, and then every single time into a tier 1 tower as well. see. Looks like OG still want to stick around. Daze is pinging onto the tier 1 tower.
It's risky though. I mean, Saberlight's ready to jump in from the side. They're going to go in. Stormstormer will get the Rolling Thunder off in time before the call comes in from Saberlight. Saberlight will get the call still onto the Tusk as they bring him down, and it's good bonds connecting the three of them left alive, so they have to run on OG. Zip forward from Nisha, closing in on Kadaro. Can't quite get the job done though, as Kadaro will live. Saberlight really wants the job done as he gets in with the Battle Hunger. Kadaro should tick out. They finish off the tower. Kadaro will fall. Saberlight heading over towards the Shrine of Wisdom. He's going to try and up for the TP out. They got anything to stop it? They don't. So he'll get away. The Stormstormer cleaning up that extra kill at the end, making sure that OG still maintain the Shrine of Wisdom for themselves. Bit of a punch back there from OG. They still lose the tower, but they're able to fight back a little bit.
Yeah, they do need to help Kidaro get level 6. They're really missing some damage. I mean, he's very close, 1 or 2 creeps, and he will end up having it.
Nisha, not as exciting of a rune, but it is another rune. You know, pretty much every power rune Nisha has been there for. So full control around the mid. And that's the timing. So Radiant's done. Online now for Mickey. Still about 500 or so gold off for Shout on the other side of the map. Smoke coming in now. Saberlight and Boxy ready to get on the hunt. Wants to try and get some more dunks done. Dunk up in 5 seconds. Eyes on the mid. Could be an easy grab for Daze. They'll grab him with the creep wave. And keep the pressure onto the tier 1 tower. Starting to play faster and faster here, Liquid.
This tier 1 should fall. They do see Mixa farming the triangle. And of course they have Axe, so they can always turn him to them.
It's another grab.
Uh-oh.
Easy kills here between the three of them. Saberlight gets the jump. That's true, the dunks aren't coming through.
Let him get the dunks, brothers. Let him get the dunk.
The burst from Nisha's just proved to be too much each time. He's easily cleaning up the kills for himself. You have the full Kaya now. Back to the mid. They'll keep the pressure onto the tier 1, get this tower out of the game. OG, the 2S Shout, put that Radiance online. It's going to look for the Orchid into the BKB next.
Yep. Also, in the meantime, Boxy got to plant a very nice ward up and above in the OG jungle, above the tier 2. So we'll see if Liquid get to use that one later. And so what's the Omni progression? Radiance, and now Shad has the Orchid queued up.
Do you like that? You know, is Orchid going to feel good in terms of the timing that he's going to get at this game?
If
there isn't a Baden, there's potentially going to be a Manta down the line as well if he wants to build that Dispel for himself.
I mean, if he gets to free farm towards it, I think it's okay. Because you do have a lot of like random stuff coming around. There's like a Pango roll they have to worry about. It should mostly be for Nisha on the Storm, of course, because they understand that they're going to have a Storm problem. But there's also a chance that he might swap it up. Currently, I'm not fully sold on it.
Because it's going to be sort of very situational, right, to find those chances to get the silencing. Because if you're not getting on the Abaddon and the Abaddon's around, he's going to be able to save whoever's gone on any single time with that Orchid. So we'll see what Shad considers as he starts to build the gold up. Bladebound now online for Saberlight. They're looking at Mickey. Mickey's going to get Nisha and Saberlight coming in to help out. The Golem drops it onto the three of them. Zip forward over towards Kadaro. Nisha does get caught in the ice bath, pulling pretty low, so Nisha has to back out of the fight for now. If OG get away with not losing anyone, they'll be happy with this. That was the Golem dropped, and nobody ends up dying this time on OG. They'll take that.
Oh, this Omni Knight damage on Shad, no joke. In one little stun, Nisha just nearly fully goes down. Good thing, of course, for them is the heals that they have. Got the Abba shield, Warlock heal coming through. They've got the mech also completed on Boxy. When these fights come out, it's very important that OG get to burst one target. Because if you don't, there's a shield, mech heal, everything, and the brother is just back up on full.
Nisha teasing around them. It does have to be a bit careful. OG do have the 5 of them around. Daze very close to the Blink Dagger. So then we'll have that chance of a setup. Get him with the punch. And of course, just the snowball save is just going to make Saberlight's life a lot harder. Because these snowball saves could come in pretty clutch against a call from the Axe.
OG would like to brawl a little bit more with the heroes. You do have the Omni Knight, the Golem is on cooldown. You just don't have the most catch at the moment. So yeah, I guess the Blink on Daze is just ever so important.
Look at the grab.
Not a good catch.
Is he going to be able to live through this? He's not. The dunk comes in. They were coming in with a Rolling Thunder and off to the side. OG again making sure they don't go empty-handed. They'll find the trade, take out Boxy.
Definitely a good trade for them. But you can see that Liquid's draft just plays a little more with ease at the moment, especially with the vision that they do have out on the map. Expect that to change a little bit with the Blink coming out on days shortly.
And Mickey's getting pretty ridiculously farmed.
Oh, yeah.
Starting to see him quite the sort of the jump ahead, and just 1,000 gold off the Manta. So getting very, very good timing. So once he has the Manta, it's just going to be super hard to go on him. But this Abaddon's going to be quite the problem, more so I feel than the Omni Knight on OG's side in the midst of a team fight. Sure, you know, the Omni punch is hard, but Abaddon's going to be able to survive and be more likely to take the drawn-out team fights, especially with the gold lead that Mickey has right now, if he gets this Manta timing.
Yeah, OG, they have to punch hard within this role, as Shad could be in a lot of trouble here.
They're going to get the opening. So if there's any help, there's not. They're able to burst through Shad before any sort of backup can come in, and that's a concern.
And you really dunk yourself within the Blade Mail when you're hitting this axe as the Omni Knight. Pure damage from the Helix, Blade Mail hitting into it, you drop real fast into a quick Torm. Another shard for the Warlock. Some more imps, some stronger imps.
OG, they're hovering around the Roche area. I mean, they won't look to try for a Roche, will they, with these heroes? They don't really do it too fast. I guess with the Bristle, they've got the goo, but it would be risky.
It's hard. They
need a fight first, right?
They need like an area or a small skirmish first.
Sure. There we go. Smokes up OG.
Still no blink. Just so shy. 40 gold.
Oh, they could just run here, the Warlock. And Toby does have Golem ready to drop, and TP in here is going to cancel the TP there, Nisha. They'll just let Toby go down. Because it is around this 21 minutes, so sure they made the move, they got a kill, but Sablelight's actually been able to make his way round and take away the Shrine of Wisdom. So that support kill doesn't feel too good at the end of it all. Now in the mid bottom,
the call.
The jump's there. Is it going to be enough damage? It is just enough to bring him below the threshold. Must have been absolutely on the edge. And Liquid, they're going to try and fight him for more now. Mickey looking to move in towards Kadara. Boxy's going to get chased down by both Daze and Mixer. They'll put the mech, but Boxy
they're on Shad.
Will slowly die here to the Quill stacking up. Shad's been dealt with though. Saberlight dunks down another big one, and Nisha's ready to bots over and continue the cleanup here for Liquid. As Kadara's got nowhere to run, the call comes out here on towards Mixer. Mixer falls, Daze is going to go down. It's a team wipe, and it just feels so tough to sort of take these fights right now. If you're OG, and as Mickey with the lead that he has, this Abaddon just goes untouched throughout the entire team fight, constantly burning through them. They just don't have the means to kill him.
They just can't deal with him at the moment. They need to be able to take their fights differently. Maybe now with the blink on Tusk, because like you have this Omni Knight, but you need Pango to go in first with the Tusk. Shad gets to run in with the Radiance, maybe follow with some Repel, Guardian Angel. We haven't seen that yet.
It's falling apart here for OG. We'll see here at the start of it all. You know, Saberlight and Boxy just able to get the fight going. OG just running over to try and help out, but you know, Mickey sort of sat between them all. And then suddenly Mickey just sort of splits the fight up completely. Yeah. You know, you got the two of the Mixer and Daze going for this kill on Boxy, but your carry's dying. Back in action, Liquid, they're looking to keep it going. They do get the Ice Path here, OG on Anisha, but Anisha's able to get out here, zip up to the high ground. Can OG actually get anything out of this? Nisha jumps back in, over towards Daze. He's got the punch of Daze, but he gets sniped by the power shot of Boxy. Cool comes in, grabs Stormstormer. The Pango's in trouble. The Battle stacking up. Shackles there from Boxy. Another power shot in onto Kadaro. OG, they just cannot fight this. Nisha, he's diving in, looking for Shad. Vortex is there. 4 dead on OG. It's all falling apart. Mixer's going to go down. Another team wipe. Oh, this game got pretty rough pretty quickly.
Oh, this is not looking good. I didn't even see how the fight started, but it might have just been another instance where Liquid get kind of the jump that they want. And now 16,000 deficit in 23 minutes. This is not an easy one to fight back from.
Absolutely not. Mickey's just massive. Ready to run down the mid. 23 minutes in, onto the tier 3s. The fortification will come out. OG 2 back-to-back team wipes that they're getting hit hard with. A little bit of a pause and a reset here coming in from Saberlight.
Giving them some time to think and breathe.
But he's feeling pretty good. And, you know, as I said, he got the axe, what, 3 games yesterday? They did lose one of them, right?
Yeah.
Today coming in again, getting the axe, doing well. Maybe this axe has got to go.
It's looking real good. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. Even I think in the loss, it didn't look terrible. But the wins, obviously, it's looked spectacular from Saberlight.
He's just...
You might just have to ban this hero.
Yeah, he's doing so well. Maybe especially if you're looking for some of these heroes. I mean, Axe, of course, very good against Bristleback. And it just seems to work out really well also with the heroes that Boxy is playing.
Yes,
Windranger loves Axe.
This seems like, honestly, the combo I think they'll go for every time if they can get it is the first 2. This Axe Windranger plays the lane great. And just in terms of plays around the map, it always ensures you've got enough to burst through those heroes.
I mean, Liquid are going to be looking at Roshan, most likely. It's going to be up next. If they get this, I think it will be very hard for them to kind of give this game away. Whereas your OG, you're closing in on the Orchid on Shad, so that's one way. You're getting closer to the BKB on Mixa. I mean, you might want to try for like a bigger play around this Rosh and like really try for something big.
Yeah, I think you've got to take a risk here if you're OG. The last few attempts to fight just haven't worked out. You have to sort of find someone on their own. Saberlight back in.
I mean, I don't even know if I've seen a Guardian Angel. I mean, it's not the best game for the spell overall anyway.
Sure.
Axe is pure damage. You've got Storm. You've got like Radiance, Abaddon. But still, I feel like OG have not been able to take the type of teamfight that they want.
Yeah, it's been a tough one from Shad. There was potential in the lane, but those last few deaths back-to-back has completely shut his game down. And yes, still just sort of scrambling towards an Orchid, which at this point, when you're this far behind in sort of gold and the items that Liquid has, that Orchid timing is just not going to hit hard.
Even if you do silence Nisha, who's had, by the way, I'm pretty sure like every active rune in this entire game. So
yeah,
that doesn't help.
Yep.
But even if you get the Orchid on him, this is like a 2500 HP Storm once he pops the Essence Ring. Without the mech, without Solar Crest, whatever.
Now, let's see. We'll see if Shad finds a chance to trip someone up with the silence.
Yep.
See if we can get them the kill.
Looks like they might be looking. Maybe Daze can get something spicy done, just slightly off the mark. A little too late.
They got to get out of here, OG.
Oh, yeah.
Liquid.
Quickly.
They get the Roast the Aegis. They're ready to start running them down.
Oh.
Saberlight's going to find Stormstormer top solo. Kadari. Shad, they're still hanging outside the base. Shad. Silence ain't going to do anything. The shield comes out, removes it from the Storm. Nisha takes Shad down. They're going on Toby. Will they even kill the Warlock? They will. They'll get the Warlock kill, but they're more than likely going to lose everyone for it. Kadara goes down. Mixer's BKB will save him, so he can live. Just not working out here for OG.
No,
Liquid cruising at this point.
It's looking too easy for Liquid. Saberlight just goes up top, feeling very free. Gets to solo again onto Stormstormer.
Yeah, I can only imagine. When he's sort of getting kills like that, I'm sure OG's sort of saying to themselves, right, no Axe next game.
Yeah.
Don't let Saberlight get Axe again for what would be, yeah, it would be like a 5th game in a row, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Liquid definitely seem a little more refreshed than in the last games where we saw them.
Oh, here we go. They're going to try for Saberlight. See what they can do here.
He's got the BKB.
Not a lot indeed. BKB is up for Saberlight. He's ready to walk it off. Good angle with the Rolling Thunder, though. Catches Nisha. But Nisha does have the Aegis, even if they take him down the once. Can they finish them the once? They can't. The shield comes down. Saberlight back in with the call. Dunk comes in on a Shad. Kadara goes down. Stormstorm at a fall. Mixer trying to find Toby. He won't even get him this time. GG is called. Liquid take game 1 as OG, they fell apart pretty hard here.
Yeah. It looks like this game got out of hand quite quickly. It's like this double death early from Shad.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Game 2 time, and indeed we're going to see some Stormer Grandmaster tier Invoker coming in, as we had on the stats. Says actually been played 2 times already this tournament. Hasn't won a game yet.
Yeah.
Let's see if Stormer can break through that. And of course, with Liquid, their last pick, they get the last pick Axe. You know, was not banned out this time from OG. So Liquid and Saberlight, they're like, well, you know what? I'll do it
Why
again.
not? Let's do it one more time.
Yep.
Well, I will say Stormer will have to put on quite a show, at least to my understanding, which he can, because he's probably the best Invoker in the world. There's going to be some haters out there. Miracle? No. This guy on Invoker, he's the shit. He's the real one. And he does have good side lanes. But yeah, I think that there's some stuff in the draft that I'm personally not the biggest fan of.
Yeah.
So I would like them to let their individual skill and their team play speak for itself.
Oh, do they want to go for a bit of a brawl here? Probably not with these 3 heroes. It's just going to be a 2 for 2 on the bounties. Yeah, let's see if OG can do it. I mean, would you say that their chances are better this draft than it was with the Game 1 draft, or?
I actually preferred the first one.
You did actually prefer the first one.
I think that one maybe came down a bit more to like some gameplay or some mistakes or Liquid playing really well, whatever you might want to call it. This time around, to me, it's a bit harder. I'm looking for them to like have explosive, or maybe not explosive lanes, but good lanes. You do have the Frost Dragon. You're going to have a stun setup for the X-Sword as well. And same with top with the Imprisonment. So looking for Stormster to get a bit of a sped-up game through his Sunstrikes.
And do you like the sort of character decision from OG? Obviously, last game we kind of had Chad trying something a bit kind of new school. Now it's a bit old school, going for this DK carry that teams have sort of strayed away from in this patch. Top lane, we'll actually see them get the kill there, mix up. Able to take down Toby, so a good start there this time around for OG on the first blood front. But yeah, so the DK carry, where does that sort of sit right now in this patch?
I would say it's so-so. I know that OG are, they definitely want to like use flex picks a lot because both Stormstormer and Shad, they both play the DK. I think the Frost DK is not that bad. I don't know if I love it against the TB necessarily. I think that's a good matchup for TB unless something changed.
All right, on top.
Good disruption onto the TB.
We'll see how well they deal with this sort of duration of the first metamorphosis. So far, even with Toby going down there, Mickey's farm's been fine on the first few waves. And because I guess that's the other question as well. Because you were sort of saying after last game, it's like if they don't ban the Axe,
it's because
they've got they've got a sort of solution or an idea against it. Do you sort of see anything from OG's lineup that sort of says, hey, you know what, kind of makes sense why they let the Axe go through? Or do you think it's still kind of caught them by surprise being the last pick?
Yeah, I could see SD is quite good against it, but Kidaru, I believe, is giving up kind of a freebie here.
Yeah, not anything that Shaq could do to save him. So, okay, well, they got the SD.
Yeah, like SD, Silencer is like so-so, because sure, when you go in with like the Blink Call, he globals, maybe you don't get the follow-up kill. But I will say the support duo of SD Silencer, it's quite punishable. They don't do too much. So, if I'm Saberlight, I would say I'm quite happy with Axe this game once more. And Nisha seems to be quite happy with this mid lane.
He is. First few waves have gone very well from 16-4 against the 7-2. Is this expected SF into Invoker or on the early levels?
SF is supposed to win. Maybe not quite this hard at this point, but Invoker loses basically any lane he goes into. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Nasty pulls.
All right. Well, what's going to... can they kill him?
Well, so what do we got? We got a disruption.
You got an SD coming in.
Into a blood grenade.
Reason?
Reason, question mark?
Reason? Mike. Okay. So anyway, so yeah, they're going to have the disruption. Get a Forge Spirit out. Got a Sunstrike at the ready afterwards.
What do we got on Mickey? We got any...
What's he got? Any stick charges or anything? No, just a Fairy Fire. But he is full HP.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, he's
oh, yeah, he is fine.
He is very fine. Yeah, it's just not far too much for them to try and go for a kill on him. So Nisha's chilling.
Yep.
Wait, did you say what we got on Mickey?
What?
Or did I imagine that?
I meant to say what do we got on Nisha.
Okay. I was like, well, Mickey. Mickey's not.
Is he TPing mid? Thunder.
Yep.
But yeah, Liquid getting pretty good stuff out of their lanes. Of course, the first blood on Mixer in the top lane will make a very big difference. Maybe he can speed up his Vanguard, because then he should be quite
bottom.
Oh, Saberlight.
He's dead. Well, very nice for them to push for that and get that kill. Boxy not able to save him.
Very nice. Maybe disrespecting the global pure damage from the Sunstrike coming in, of course.
That's true. Stormstormer doesn't miss. He's ready with them when he needs to.
He better not miss on a DK stun. That'd be pathetic.
Well, we'll call him out when he does. And if he does,
we'll
be looking out for those.
My brother don't miss.
Look,
he missed.
He missed!
That was a creep early on or something.
Or it might have been like scouting the spawn when it 0 minutes.
Maybe. Or the range creep. You know,
Yeah.
you got like, we'll let that one go.
We saw the range creep one. That did hit Nisha. So I think it was one maybe
It's
beforehand.
a scouting one.
I think it was a scouting one.
Trying to make him look bad here.
Yeah. Well, we're keeping track of those Sunstrikes. We'll be watching.
Absolutely.
You know what we need as well? We need that stat for missed dunks.
Oh, we've
got to get that. We'll get that ready for the next series when Saberlight probably plays Axe again. We need to see how good he is at hitting the threshold.
Yeah,
so we can get missed dunks for next time. We'll work on that.
And or how much his team is griefing him.
Any other good missed things? Missed arrows, but that is creeps.
Yeah.
Sunstrikes and dunks. We'll get dunks added to that.
Yeah, we'll get that added, don't worry. Let's see, how are OG doing on the region down bottom? Still have one Tango on Shad, but that's about it. So they're gonna need to bring out some new stuff against the Harass.
Stormstorm are catching up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think well, at this point, you know, what kind of 21-8 against 30-7. This is not bad for the Invoker. This is you're doing well.
Yeah, no,
considering the hand that you sort
honestly,
of
this
dealt
was
yourself.
pretty good.
Yeah.
If you get this hero through the lane without like losing too hard, that's honestly a win. Because this hero's laning stage is just absolute, it's dog shit, just straight up.
Oh, of course, one of the benefits of the DK is Shad's going to be chilling down bottom. Very hard hero to bully out after the first few levels. Top lane. Oh, see down bottom, Kidaro. I was going to try and chase down Boxy a bit, but...
Oh, he's chilling, he's got the boots, got the Windlace. Boxy also still has a ward on him, so very likely going to be trying to play set aggressively on the enemy jungle side.
Still continue to fight on between the two of them. Boxy.
Remember that there's a potential Sunstrike.
Oh, where's the Sunstrike? Here it comes. It's not going to be enough. He's got the...
X.
Oh,
Yep.
It's enough to get the kill at the end of the day, but does mean that with as long as he lived, Boxy, there was enough to set up for Saberlight to come across and get a kill in return. Oh, amplified damage rune here on the support Naga Siren. So no further control.
Mixer,
Top lane,
careful.
Mixer nearly dying. Got stick charges and does have the Ring of Health to rely on to keep him out in the lane. Taking quite a beating, and as we see on the CS, and not really able to slow down Mickey's farm. He's having free farm here at the top. Top net worth as the Terrorblade.
Yeah, and I don't see much that's gonna stop Mickey, at least in the next couple minutes. Looks like they want to invade this Wisdom. Maybe Nisha will make his way over. He is angling.
Mixer's pretty low.
Stormstorm with a TP.
Mixer's ready to fight back. Stormstorm's going to get caught by the Hex, and Mickey's moving in with the rest of the Metamorphosis. Stormstorm's taking quite a hit. The Metamorphosis does come to an end.
Oh,
They've got the Shagger, but the Sunstrike's in. Lands straight on a Boxy. Liquid still wanting to push forward as they brought Nisha over as well to contest the Shrine of Wisdom, but... Okay, OG, can they still push Nisha off this? He's got the Requiem ready to push them back and make sure there's the space for them to grab the Shrine of Wisdom and get out with the TPs. Anything to stop Mickey's? There is not.
Yeah, that's nasty, because these heroes...
Oh, a
Reason?
Reason. Mouse. There we go. Nisha was prepared. He heard us yelling.
All right.
Yep.
Because the OG supports, they really need XP. Like, actually, they're 2-4-5, Silencer, SD, Invoker. My lord, these heroes are XP starved. So, they might want to look at some stacks early on. Help not only Mixer, but also themselves, because they will need those ultimates.
Vanguard's online. So yeah, he'll be chilling up there, Mixer.
Yeah, that will definitely help a lot. Because yeah, currently we don't have any stacks yet, but I believe now that you lose both Wisdom Shrines, you might want to look for some of them.
Yeah, difficult to get in onto Mickey now.
Yeah, I'm looking at how, like, what is going to happen on the map. I think Liquid have a few capabilities as, yep, Stormstormer in trouble.
Whoop. But just go straight in for him. No way to save himself there. Bottom. I got the setup on Saberlight. I'll get the cool off. And the Dragon Tail is there. It's going to opt for the TP out, and he's away. They haven't got the damage to kill him.
It's still their best point of attack, I believe. You can't do too much in mid with the subs and the Invoker. I think Mickey is very hard to be pressured, which kind of only leaves Saberlight. I mean, with the Sunstrike, if Stormstormer had been alive, that most likely was a kill. But yeah, in the next couple of minutes, may not be too easy for OG to play on the map. That will be the Midas on Stormstormer.
All right. Nisha and Mickey. Definitely a bit of a problem, both of these heroes. Both these players getting quite a lot of farm. Shad trying his best to keep up.
There'll be a very early Yasha here on Nisha, who's got himself another very nice active rune with the regen. Looks like their Liquid are looking for a double gate into the enemy safe lane. I mean, this is a weakness of Invoker. This hero does not move, and this hero does not defend. He doesn't defend anybody, not even himself.
Uh-oh, Shad.
Uh-oh.
Look at the Hex. Into the call. TPs are coming in. There's a defensive disruption. Give a bit of a chance for Shad. Allows him to turn with the Dragon Tail. Sunstrike will connect, bringing Saberlight pretty low. Mixer pushes forward to chase down the Axe. Saberlight goes down. Song's going to be here for Toby. Look at the setup. They're thinking about...
Requiem.
Oh, they're going to have it in position. Here's the timing. Is it there? It is. Straight on top of Kadara. The silencer gets destroyed. Mixer's still pretty healthy, though. So Mixer should be fine. Off to the side, though. Daze will fall. Not a chance there against Mickey and Boxy. Same time as you said, Stormstormer, he's an Invoker. He don't move. He just sits mid, hits tower, hits creeps. You know, that's kind of the Invoker's life at the moment.
Yeah. I mean, if they get through this time...
Oh, there we go. The Arcane Midas. Feels good.
Arcane Midas, the budget Octarine early game.
Actually, is it going to last long enough for him to get use of it out? How long does Arcane last?
I would have said 45.
I think he picked it up with 46 seconds left, so he might not get to use it. We'll see. We'll keep track of that. Is it 45 or 50 seconds, Arcane?
Honestly, I'm not sure. That got changed so much.
I think he's going to get to use it before whilst there's the Arcane reduction.
He's getting to use it.
You sure?
Yeah.
How sure are you? Are you actually sure? I don't know.
No. Look at it. Look at it.
Well, he's going to try and get involved with this play on a Mickey.
Sunstrike, counter.
Oh, easy jukes from Mickey. Turns, free Sunder.
Really get the Midas off.
He's got to use the Midas before the Arcane wears out. That's the most exciting thing of this team fight. Mickey's he's dying. They might just have him. Mickey will fall. He's got to use the Midas before the Arcane. No, he didn't use it. It's too late. Some people done, but he didn't use the Midas before the Arcane wore out, and he had a couple of seconds to do it there.
He did.
Where's the efficiency? He gets kills, they might get a tower. But the Arcane Midas, come on.
Well, the double kill surely will help, because, yeah, that was a really good move.
That was very good kill. They kill Mickey.
Yeah, kill the TB, kill Boxy, you get the tier 1 also. In the meantime, Kidaro gets to receive the mid lane. Daze needs a lane next. My brother is level 4, don't let my brother starve. Let my brother on SD eat. He needs that ult.
Or Saberlight.
Nope.
Stormstormer, ready to make moves.
Cold Snap, Ice Wall.
The TP coming in. They've got the curse on a Saberlight. He's going to go for the TP out. They've got nothing left. Nothing left to stop that, so knowing that he can get out of there easily. But starting to see some good stuff here, Stormstormer. 2-1-4. Could be the magic required here to get OG a pretty good game.
No, absolutely. Once he gets towards these travels, becomes a little more mobile on the map, can keep pushing out these side lanes, help his team later on. I mean, how will they find Sunstrike kills around the map? Because they don't really have any setup. Maybe later, when or if Shad decides to buy a Blink Dagger. Until then, they'll have to work around the SD Purge, maybe the Disruption.
Shad nearly having the Maelstrom. Janisha and Mickey, even with that death up top, continuing to be quite the step ahead on farm. Full Vessel. Now bought for the first time on Saberlight. You know, considering the amount of Axe that he's playing, switching it up a bit this game, going for the complete upgrade.
Sunstrike.
It's coming in.
Oh, the 4G. It did it.
He doesn't miss Stormstormer.
He don't miss.
Has he still just missed the one? We'll have to get that sub. Oh,
no, he missed the earlier one.
Oh, he's missed two, you're right. Not bad though, 75%.
Yeah, we take those. Oh, Kidaro. Dodges the raise.
I tell you, these item timings, especially on this mid-SF, are pretty terrifying.
Oh, they are.
It's going to be, kind of pre-14 minutes, he's going to have Yashikaya.
I guess Saberlight opted for the Vessel. Just it's not super easy to just go blink in. I think your follow-up damage isn't the best, and you're also playing into like 2 saves with the global. So
sure.
I don't mind it too much, playing like a less committal build. As Kidaro doing a lot of drawing, anticipating where Liquid may move with one of their smokes.
Oh, and looking in for the Roshan here with the Serpents. This might be a little bit earlier than OG would expect Liquid to go for this.
Yeah, I would not read this move.
I mean, they're getting away with it.
Yep.
Yeah, no surprises there. Fastest was seen on this hero that Shakaya timing this patch.
Yeah, you just,
or this tournament at least.
No, you just keep stacking the raises. You've got the wards. That's a pretty cool Roche actually. Toby? Should be fun.
Sunstrike. Yeah, dude, if he sees a illusion, he could go for a blind Sunstrike.
That's true.
It would be pretty hard to hit. But imagine.
That would be cool.
Might not want to affect his accuracy rating so far, though. So might
That's true. We don't want to. We don't want to lower that one. Oh, Stormstormer. He definitely knows the ins and outs of this hero. Invoker loves to play in the side lanes when it comes to the mid game, with the forges, the travels, the blink dagger. They're looking for something.
Oh.
Hello, Boxy.
They'll get the cold snap into the tornado onto Nisha. Boxy is definitely dead. They get the demonic burst down onto Nisha. They might be able to push for the SF, but Toby's in with the song. Gives Nisha easily the chance to back away. A good proactive moves here from OG. They're not letting any objectives go for free. They're ready to start pushing themselves, get rid of the tier 1 tower in that mid lane.
That was very good. You defend your own, you take theirs. Boxy with a little bit of a misstep there.
Mix-up. Closing in on the blade mail timing.
Looks like he's going for the shard first on BB. I do prefer that.
Okay.
I think the blade mail, I mean, it's really good against the SF, but that's kind of it. I think
just
the
get the
shard
sace out.
Everyone.
Yeah, that's fair. In terms of dummies for Saberlight on the other side on the off lane, he's very close to the blink dagger, about 500 gold. Mickey's got his Manta. Looking towards the Skadi next, and Nisha also looking to buy a blink this game on this SF, so he can get in good spots for the Requiems.
I mean, if Kidaro's on the money, Nisha shouldn't really get any explosive or cool blink Requiem plays off, because he should just get globaled. Of course, you have to be a little faster because of the...
Oh, and Stormer, there we go. Easy one with the back of a Dazing Kidaro, catching Saberlight out on his own whilst he was trying to farm down here.
Yeah, good setup. They have very nice side lane wards. Chad also closing in on the Mjolnir. Boxy's looking for something. Remember, there's a global, so they're just poking.
Yeah, this is not going to be a kill. And Boxy might, in fact, just die for that poke. So he gets a reaction. TPs do come in, but it does die for this. Loses the ward as well. Yeah. And also, they get the deny on the tower.
Oh, OG are definitely taking, getting control of this game at the moment.
Damn.
He ain't wrong.
In them with their own line there.
He ain't wrong. Stormstormer still looking on the side. I mean, he can be very annoying. He's got the global backup. He has travel and blink himself. If you're Liquid, you kind of need to stop this map split at the moment from OG. If Stormstormer is just allowed to sit here, he's going to be very annoying.
I'm interested to see what Saberlight's able to do as well this game, because he's fallen behind a bit on the axe this time.
He hasn't really gotten any moves going. And he might
be in trouble again. They've got the setup upon him. Is there any sort of save coming in? He's going to tick down pretty low here. They'll get the reel in on towards Daze. Daze will go down. They've got the control as well on the side, but the Sunstrike is thrown down on a Boxy. They're trying to kill off Mixer, but Mixer's able to get out of the Serpent wards. Nisha's trying to chase, but he's getting slowed down by the goo. Will not be able to close it on the Bristol. Mixer's out. Saberlight, can he get in with the blink? He's already used it, so still cooldown for 10 seconds. So Mixer's perfectly fine. Will get out of there. Liquid, of course, at the least are able to make sure that they turn up and ensure that Saberlight doesn't get killed off this time.
Well, just one kill on the SD. Who cares? In the meantime, Shad, he's just vacuuming all the way through the top lane. Should be closing in or finishing his Mjolnir.
He's coming out. He got it, yeah, and he's already halfway under the blink. Shad is, catching back up. And he's maintained that sort of 1k gold, sort of difference between him and Mickey and Nisha.
When they get this blink on DK, as I think Boxy might just be giving his life again.
Wow. Sunstride's coming in, and yeah, Daisy's going to keep dropping Boxy's lines on him.
Will they deward the ward Boxy placed? Doesn't look like it, not this time. But yeah, with the DK blink on Shad, I feel like that's when you can really unlock the silencer with the global as well. Because then finally he has someone that goes in, you blink stun, you have an easy Sunstrike setup, so Uji getting quite strong.
Actually, that's the thing, right? With OG, when you look to try and fight with your DK, or you're not, you're kind of letting him do his own stuff.
Anytime you, once you get this blink and you have global, you can take nearly any fight. Because I will say, you don't just want to sit back and just wait.
No, I don't think so, right?
It is a very good TB game still, and Mika is getting a lot of farm.
And so is this SF, right? So you've kind of got these two very, very hard scaling cores. Getting space on Liquid.
And like anytime you have global, basically your entire team has BKBs. It's not like they can use any spells, they have nothing to take it off, so it's kind of just free real estate. Blink is available.
All right, let's see if Shab finds some opportunities to get involved.
Maybe they could smoke potentially on like an active rune or around this bottom area.
Well, they're coming in on the top. Oh, not again, Boxy. Oh, they've got the cold snap on him. He'll turn, get the Hex off. He'll drop the Serpent Wards. Has the Shackles as well on a Stormstormer, but the Global's there. The meatball comes in. Boxy, dead again.
Gone.
Okay. Can him and Nisha do anything with this? The Cool Ball come in. They catch a big one. Saberlight swinging in from the side. Catches Stormstormer on the retreat.
That is the Torn timing, so Liquid might just pick that one up for free.
I mean, they're smoking up. I think they want to still try and fight this 4 versus 5.
Okay, let's see. No global, though, so they need a good jump.
It's risky.
They need a good jump.
Definitely risky trying to stop this, because already the Tormentor, it's gone. So I think with that in mind, do they really want to keep trying to push for this, OG?
Maybe they're expecting some people to TP
Shad.
out.
He's heading in. He'll get the jump on a Mickey. The call will come in into the Requiem. Shad is just getting destroyed. A defensive disruption comes in, but he's so low. They'll use the song. I mean, they'll want to surely stick around and finish off the killer against this Dragon Knight. Shad, he's dead. Mickey turns over towards Daze. Daze to fall. Double kill for Mickey. Mixer also in trouble. I mean, Stormstormer, he's turned up, thrown in a meatball, but now he's got to run.
Okay, he should be fine. He is dusted and battle hungered, but I believe he is
That's a lot of slows. I mean, Toby's coming in from the side.
Oh, no.
Oh.
Oh, no.
I mean, why did they go for that, Kesu? That was not the fight, surely. And off to the side, look at this. Okay,
he got him.
He gets a +1.
That's why they did it.
Is he getting out?
Yeah, he is.
But there's 4 dead on OG completely off the back of their own play there, running into them.
Yeah, that's just sad. That was not the one. I mean, they were maybe hoping for...
Oh, and they might just lose Daze as well.
Oh, no. It's a chain feed.
That's the second time. Comes in with a respawn there. Further respawns coming in. They're TPing over Daze. He's not going to live, surely. Now, I guess Shad's jumped in on this. Is he strong enough to do this? I don't know. It's getting a bit risky. Okay, they'll kill off Saberlight.
Okay.
So Shad's aggression does at least get them something there at the end of it all. Nisha's out, though. But it's risky, and OG, they've got to be careful with these moves. Bottom lane.
Okay. Some poke onto Mickey.
See what Stormstormer can do. Mickey does have the Sunder available if he can get it off. There it is. So Mickey's going to be fine. But yeah, OG, when they go for these sort of team fight movements, they can't afford to do that again. They already set them back about 6, 7K.
Yeah. You need global. You need a straight fight. You jump with DK. You pop. You make sure that Stormstormer is in position to pop his spells, and you have global available.
Sure.
They do not need to take a risk like that. Scotty now completed on Mickey. He is a very hard target, even if you start on him.
Yeah, he got so much out of that last fight. He was already at the top, and now that's just propelled him even further ahead on the Terrorblade this game.
That's 2,700 HP on this TB once he's on Strength Threads. And yeah, Nisha with a completed BKB.
Smoke time from Liquid. Daze. He's got Mixer by his side. Mickey's going to put the Metamorphosis ready to go. The Cold Snap does come in. Sunstrike off the mark this time, Mickey. He's got the backup coming in as there's the jump forward. Saberlight able to dunk onto Daze.
Oh,
Mixer just getting destroyed here by the two of them. The Global comes in, but it won't save Mixer as the Bristle falls. The Stormstormer is getting chased down here by both Saberlight and Nisha. He'll get the blink off. He'll be fine. And Nisha's going to continue to move in. Toby's coming in from the side. He's got the net on towards Gadara.
Let him dunk, let him dunk. Very nice.
I mean, it seems to sort of be a similar story as the first game, right? There was sort of, the hope was there for OG in the early game. And again, here, it looked good. They were keeping it close. But a couple of bad moves, and the game just falls massively into Liquid's hands.
They have to reset. Because now, I mean, it was one super big blunder into now a smaller one. And suddenly, it's just a 10k lead. I mean, your draft is still playable. Yeah. It's not like the game is over, but you have to reset.
And this gets to the difference, right, in the farm. Mickey is coming up to 5k ahead of the farmer Shad. 2 levels ahead as well. 24 minutes in. They're going to be able to head back, get another Roche here.
Yeah, second Roche at 24 minutes. Ages for Mickey.
And they're playing fast, Liquid.
Oh, they are.
Sunstrike. Not going to do much here with as much as there was in the pit, splitting that. A tough one here now for OG.
Still a 36% Dota plus probability. All right. I will give it a bit less, but I have hope. But it's really up to them if they can find a way to execute their draft and their heroes together in a fight. With Shad's BKB, I do think they get another little power spike. Drop him the Alacrity before he blinks in. Blink stun, Sunstrike, you've got the global to follow it up. Well, if you're an OG fan, just keep your eyes closed when this TV is on the screen. Because Mickey he's a monster.
He's
an absolute monster.
He's having such a good game here. Only the one death, and outside of that, this farm has been pretty flawless.
Monka. Some stuff happening. Kidaro trying to hide.
He's out of it.
He's good. He's good.
Toby might just find Stormstormer. Could use the setup with the song if he wants to. It's coming in, but just a little too late and a little too far.
Close one.
Radiance is under attack.
OG, what's the plan going to be?
You've got the DK BKB now. Someone is dying? Yeah. Plan is die for now.
Chase it down Mixer.
They're losing racks.
They are. Boxy doing some work here with the Serpent Wards. We'll force some of them back. Next fight, Nisha. Also has an amplified damage room ready in the bottle.
I believe the plan is to, if Liquid go high ground, well, obviously you poke the first guy with Invoker spells, but when a fight breaks out, you need to kill Naga first. When Saberlight jumps in, Daze needs to save that guy, and then you hope for the best.
Smoke time from OG. They're going to try and see if they can catch Liquid off guard. It's risky, but they definitely are in a position where they have to take risks. They're against, doing this smoke into the Aegis that Mickey still has.
Oh, so I think this one is easy to read. You see, these illusions will hit the base and nobody will show themselves. Well, at least Stormstormer is here. He's making it work. Toby's got a pretty...
They're going for a big wraparound. If they can find the Naga Siren first, get rid of the threat. I mean, obviously there's no song at the moment online for Toby. It's still cooldown for 30 seconds anyway. But would be one of the easier kills to start things off with. Shad's going to turn up, drop the ward. They've hit the jump. And they will indeed be able to burst him low, but not able to kill him though. Toby lives. The global will come out, but the call's already there on today. Shad moves forward with the BKB, will be able to take the Naga Siren down. Turns over towards Boxy. They'll be able to get the 2 supports, but Nisha and Mickey, they're cleaning up. Shad gets torn apart by Nisha. Triple kill on the SF. They can kill the supports, but they really can't get anything else here, OG, as they're going to suffer once again. And Stormstormer trying to find Nisha.
He can't.
But Nisha's just juking and dancing back up to the high ground. He'll drop the Icefall Stormstormer, but Mickey's in on top of him. They just can't kill these cores, Kezu.
No, they can't. That's a team wipe. Yeah, the Aegis is still available. They
couldn't even get that.
You got the subs, but that's about it. They're getting too strong. I mean, it's only really Shad that can threaten them, but I think both Mickey and Nisha can just stand their ground.
Yeah, they just kill him. They really do at this point. They're that far ahead here. Now, both Nisha and Mickey have just had pretty smooth games. Both of them zooming ahead in farm. Between the two of them, just the one death on Mickey. Nisha not dying at all this game. They made it look kind of easy.
They really did.
So G, I'll get to bring together one more fight. Saberlight, he might not let them do that though, as he's already in with the call onto Mixer. Make sure there's space for Mickey to finish with the melee racks.
Still got the Aegis.
If they want to get back in, Storm, he's going to get the angle here with the Tornado and meat pulled down onto Saberlight. Deafening Blast coming in, but the BKB's there. Saberlight can walk it off. Katara will get the curse out. He's leading in. They'll have a disruption to try and set things up. Shad's in with the jump on a Boxy. The song's there though. As the song, they'll use it. Well, Saberlight was thinking of backing off, but now, in fact, maybe he's like, you know what, we can stick around and fight. Tornado's going to get him, though, and in fact, no. The retreat will continue from Liquid, so they'll leave Saberlight behind on that one.
I think not everyone got the memo of the song there. But OG will take the 1 kill on the way out. Well, that's still a double racks gone. Let's see. Mickey working on a Silver Edge for a break. I mean, Boxy is also closing in shortly on a level 15 talent, which will also break. So, not really great if you're the DK or the Bristle. And a BKB.
OG. Stepping over onto Liquid's side of the map. Roshan, not going to be up yet for at least another 2 minutes. Boxy, they will have him. So they get the jump onto the Shaman. Boxy's going to go down, but Mickey's in position ready to go. Takes down Daze in a couple of hits. They'll be able to get the disarm on towards Mickey for now, but he's stepping up. OG have to back away from this Terrorblade. Oh, Mixer.
Oh.
Oh. Ooh. Okay.
Damn.
Actually gets away there. They didn't catch him. Didn't see him with the call. So 1 for 1. OG they'll take that.
Oh, absolutely. They got the meta out of the team also. It's gonna be a Linken's finished onto Nisha. Well, OG needs something big. Stormstormer getting close to his axe. That surely will help. I mean, Shad is working on a pike, which, yeah, it will help, but in my mind, he needs something more explosive. Maybe a Daedalus, maybe the pike into the Daedalus then on the Dragonite.
Now, what else have they got coming soon, OG? BKB should be ready for the next fight for Mixer.
Yep.
And he's got the money for the Aghanim, Stormstormer, if he wishes to spend up. Shad pretty far out on the map right now. I'll blink back just in time before Liquid were approaching there with that sweep. And Liquid can chill if they want and wait for the next Roshan. Potentially up very soon.
Seems like that is indeed their plan.
OG, I mean, I could see them going for a smoke play to try and fight the Roche, right? Surely, you know, do you think they are in a sort of shape to take the fight around the Roche?
I'm not opposed to it. I think you have one of two plays. You either fight the Roche and you surprise them, or when Liquid start running down the bottom lane to take your last set of racks, you need to surprise them in like the middle of the lane. You cannot just take a fight where Liquid get to set up and choose whatever they do. Gonna have to come up with a plan and try to execute.
Aghanim's online for Stormstormer, so he's ready with the Cataclysms.
This Linken's is really annoying. How do you kill this SF now? You cannot blink Dragon Tail him. You need to wait for the pike and blink pike him into the stun.
OG's coming in with the smoke now that they know it's getting close to the Roshan being back in play. Liquid set up pretty formidably though.
Right, look at the Radiant base. There's creeps right there, and nobody is there to clean them. You know that OG are out and about on the map. Looks like Liquid are moving forward.
They might get the jump on Stormstormer. There it is. They walk up, call into the Requiem, into the dunk, and that Stormstormer out for 70 seconds. No buyback as he spent up for the Aghanims. The rest of OG, if they got anything with the four of them, Shad has to BKB and run. He's got to get away from Mickey with his Metamorphosis. Nisha, he'll jump in aggressively. They get the call in onto Mixer. Mixer gets the BKB off, but the right clicks come flying through. He will survive only just. As Mixer gets out, but somehow OG, they've got to survive still 45 seconds or so without their Invoker.
This is a tough ask. Shad doesn't even do that much to his TV. You've got the Mjolnir procs, which is good. But how do you defend? Good call.
Cool, Saberlight gets the grab, they get the follow-up Hex in on towards Shad. Shad starting to back off, but Boxy reaches in with the shackles.
Disruption.
A lot of damage on a Saberlight. Boxy should fall in. Mixer pushing them away. Saberlight will try for another call, but doesn't quite get the taunt onto Mixer. They'll use the song here from Toby to back off, but at the leash, OG, they have managed to push Liquid away.
Good hold. Daze got a lot of damage off of that disruption there.
Let's have a look. Blind Sunstruck in 5 seconds. Let's go.
It's coming.
It's not coming.
It's not coming.
No. At this point, if he hits that, that would be some, that'll be some hacks there.
But it might give them Roche.
20k behind, but getting in the Roshan.
Yep.
That's quite a turn up.
That's
for the
really good.
Oh, he's on the move though.
No.
Oh no, Roshan, he's off.
We're good.
They got him.
They're good. They're good. Aegis, Refresher. Very nice.
All right, OG. Absolute signs of life.
So who's taking the Refresher? We're giving it to Kidaro.
Dude, you got to give it to the Invoker, right? Double Cataclysm.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Why not?
You get that back over towards Stormstormer.
Yeah, you should chat it up. You're right. Get the double Invoker spells.
Yep. And they're not mega creeped yet, of course. Still have that bottom set of racks up, yep. OG. Stormstormer now does have the gold, the luxury of buyback. If that sort of jump comes in again from Liquid. I guess the question now is, if you're Liquid, how much do you sort of respect and are scared of this Aegis on the Dragon Knight? Do you just hold back and wait it out, or do you sort of say, well, you know what, we're still going to go for them?
I'm sure you can still play the map. You just need to get yourself into the position. I mean, DK Aegis, it's fine. It's not like incredible. I would say that Stormstormer is the scariest guy on the map right now. Like just in these long, dragged out fights, multiple tornadoes, EMPs. I mean, perhaps Mickey just wants to get a BKB, sell the Falcon Blade, finish up the BKB, then nothing can really go wrong. And they have to respect Daze. This disruption on the meta TV,
True.
That shit hurts. Saberlight with a very nice neutral item. The D's Blood Ride with the higher AoE.
Mickey. Yeah, doesn't want to try anything here onto Mixer. Maybe if Saberlight's around. Saberlight now TPing over. Liquid will be happy to try for a pick-off. They get the chance on the mid. Mixer, is he ready for this?
They're on a ward.
Starting to edge away. Shad's going to get in with the jump first, but he gets caught by the Hex. The meatball gets thrown down in the middle. It's not going to connect onto anyone. Shad is getting absolutely destroyed here by the damage from Mickey. They'll have the disruption coming in. Will separate Shad at least for now from the Terrorblade. Also, Mixer getting the chance to step back. So they'll avoid the Metamorphosis for now. They're actually going to look to get back in. They're back in with a stun. The Cataclysm comes in. They've killed Mickey off. As the Aegis gone in return there by Shad.
That's huge.
If they can get more for this OG, or even if they don't, they kind of don't lose anything else, they'll be happy with this trade. Stormstorm, those big global. The global comes in, stops the Requiem going off. They've got the Dragon Tail stun in, on towards Nisha. Tornado in onto the two of them. Shad brings the damage to take Nisha down. Saberlight will fall. OG, they're bringing together the comeback.
The Refresher Shard on Kidaro. secondary global just fully bails out Stormstorm and kills 3 more people. Where the haters at?
Yeah, look at that. Liquid's getting shaken up after those few plays. This one looked to be absolutely in the bag for Liquid, but OG coming through with some clutch moves, holding on.
Yeah, no more of those moves are allowed in this game. By the time they respawn, this is down to like a 5k lead perhaps. They're gonna clean the tier 2. Maybe, yeah, you can go hit the tier 3. No, you've got the Alacrity, you've got DK. Right, that's the first glyph.
Yeah, we'll see this again.
Yep.
Now, at this point, it was like, all right, they want to try and turn, but as you say, that global just completely ruining the setup and follow-up that they were trying to go with Nisha. Getting him with that jump and looking for the Requiem. Couldn't get it off, and now, back in action,
Toby.
They're diving tier 4s. I mean, they're definitely going to try and see how much they can get with this timing. Mickey's going to be back up in 10 seconds, but Nisha's still dead for 35 or so. He has got buyback. Can they force out some of these buybacks? They're onto the tier 4s.
Oh, this is some OGTI.
Yeah, Liquid, what are they going to do?
Okay,
They've got a fortification. That's the buyback from Toby. Mickey back in action, still 20 seconds without Nisha. Are they going to be able to get any sort of jump? They'll settle for the melee racks. They'll get the range racks as well with the Forge Spirit, and they'll back off. Suddenly, that was 20 or so K lead. It's down to a 5K. So a massive gold swing. And definitely with XP as well, considering the kills that they got in those last few moves there, OG.
Yeah, you got
OG, they're absolutely back in the game.
You got a whole set of racks also. Full BKB completed onto Stormstormer. Daedalus is up and running onto Shad, looking for an overwhelming blink.
I got Aghanims on days.
That's quite big. A near full AC also on Mixa. Alrighty, things just got spicy.
Yeah, Shad, massive now on the DK, and doing the damage. If they can get in and get those sort of stuns onto either Mickey or Nisha, Shad will absolutely kill them at this point.
Oh yeah, especially if he's Alacrity and he gets a stun on Nisha, he's gone. Also, these globals still, they're going to continue to be annoying. I mean, sure, Nisha wants to work on a refresher, but using your Requiems against the global is just not easy.
I know, it's at this point as well. You know, when you see these Invoker players at this stage with their Aghanims, with their Octarines, you know that some crazy stuff's going to go down.
They're in their element.
This is right. Yeah, this Stormstorm is ready to play now to his full capacity. Yeah, this Invoker is an absolute nightmare in the team fights. He can press all the buttons in all the right orders.
Well, I like Nisha's choice of 25 talent with both the Yashakaya and the granted cast speed even more. Maybe you use it before the global comes out. I don't know. Might as well give it a try. Well, still a 6k lead. Next Roche still a little bit away.
Stormstorm.
He's thinking.
I was wondering if he could maybe try and poke something out of Nisha there, but a bit too risky on his own. Buyback situation starting to look very good for OG. Everybody's pretty much got the money. A lot of money at the moment being built up by Nisha. I guess, yeah, wants to sort of try and get this blessing into the refresher, but does want to maintain buyback. So he's going to need a fair bit more to be able to afford all of that.
Let's see. Mickey's got the 25 talent. Longer duration on the meta. I guess we won't have too much have happen here until the Roche will spawn.
Yeah, Liquid, I'd imagine, after those last few moves, are going to want to play this very, very careful.
Yeah.
They absolutely have to respect the power of OG now in these team fights. After those last few failed attempts to try and close the game up. OG not afraid at all now to start pushing these waves out. So Liquid, they can settle for up top, go for the Tormentor. Smoke's going to be coming in from OG. See what sort of a catch they can find. It's going to dispel here, so they're going to know something's up. Boxy with the Invis rune, putting a stop to that smoke play.
They want to set up Roche. Let's see how long is the spawn.
It's a longer one, 3 minutes still. Actually, never mind, that timer lies. It's not 3 minutes, it's definitely less than that.
Oh, it's very much less than that.
Ignore the overlay. It's going to be up in a matter of seconds, the Roshan down bottom.
I mean, they do always have the Boots of Travel too on Stormstormer, which means he could defend the base. Maybe him and Shad should swap places to keep Shad on the map.
There we go, so Roche is up.
Ooh, Liquid are looking for another play into the base. I mean, they need to do it quick. Remember the global. Even if you do get a catch here.
Shad stepping up. Sableye going to try for it. They're in with the call. The global will come out, but already so much damage has been done that Shad's dead. They couldn't get him out of that. Stormstorm's going to turn with the Meeples onto the three of them, but the shackles are there. Defensive disruption comes in. Can they get Stormstorm out? They can't. The call catches them into the dunk. Buyback from Shad, buyback from Stormstormer. Mixer beats down Sableye. Toby's going to try and get them out with the song. He'll offer the TP out himself. Can Mixer do enough damage to kill him? He can't. So 2 buybacks there having to come out from OG. Liquid only losing Sableye. So Liquid, they're happy with that one. It's a trade well done.
Those are 2 big buybacks, but you know that everyone is talking about the Roche right now. You know that meta was used. Sure, the DK form was as well. But Roche is the big thing up in the game right now.
Over to the pit they go.
Oh, in 20 seconds, Nisha has 2 Requiems and there's no global.
Oh, they're going to go straight to the pit, but the Illusions are spawning it out. Sableye has buyback available if he wants to head over for this one.
They will fight this. They need to make time for Nisha. He's the big boy in this fight.
Coming in from the side. Roshan's falling very, very quickly though. Shad's able to get the Aegis. They get the pickups here, OG.
They use the BKB.
So they still want to try and fight this. Nisha coming in from the side. He'll get the first Requiem off. Ready with the refresher. Sableye is in perfect position to look to Mixer, but Mixer's able to get the cheese off. The call will come in. Mixer will go down. Nisha with the second Requiem pushing the back again. Keeps Shad trapped in the pit. They take the Aegis out of the hands of the Dragon Knight. Sableye gets the catch on a Guitar. Up at the top. Daze gets caught by the Hex. The supports will fall from OG. As Liquid may not have got the Roshan or the pickups, but they do get the fight. And now, I've got a chance to push on. A minute, 3 dead. They haven't quite got the buyback. On Mixer's very close. He's only 150 gold short. Needs someone to grab a bounty win, but they can't get on the map and do so. So Mixer will have to stay dead for this minute by the looks of it. We'll see how much Liquid can push in.
Well, at least they did get to hold their 2 heroes that didn't have buyback in the DK and the Invoker. But they're gonna come knocking on your door.
Oh, they absolutely
up,
are.
Song is up.
So they said they've got to try and survive without their bristle.
How long for the DK form? That's a big deal. It's not up and running.
On Boxy's just straight in.
That's a buyback.
So instant reaction there for Kadara. Daze is going to get in aggressively with the disruption. Shad's going to make the jump on towards Boxy. Pops the BKB here. Shad stands his ground, looks towards Mickey. Mickey turns,
Global.
takes out Daze. The Cataclysm coming in, catches in on him. Mickey's falling low. He's got the Sunder at the ready. He's going to try and step forward to look for a target, but the Tornado catches onto him. They'll use it on Toby, get himself back up to full HP. They get the objectives, get the Mega Creeps out. Further buyback coming in from Boxy. Liquid, they want to end this. Nisha jumps in, gets the Requiem off, catches on towards Shad. Shad is gone for good. Kadara gets cut down by the dunk. Liquid should be able to end this here. Only Stormstorm and Mixer left. The call's on a Mixer. Stormstormer's out. GG is called. Liquid, despite OG's best efforts here to turn this one round, will close up the game and close up the series 2-0.
Oh, actually a banger of a game. It looked very one-sided, then some OG magic that tried to make the comeback.